rugged Australian outback inside a warm underground burrow. Tiny Wombo enters the world pink, blind, and completely helpless. The newborn wombat wiggles weakly through darkness while soft breaths echo gently inside the narrow tunnel. Tiny paws tremble against the dirt as instinct drives little Wombo upward through the thick fur of his mother. Slowly and painfully the fragile newborn crawls toward the safety of the warm marsupial pouch. Minute claws grip tightly against coarse fur while exhaustion threatens every movement of the tiny survivor. At last Wombo slips safely inside the dark cozy pouch hidden beneath his mother's body. Warm milk flows into the starving newborn while the rhythmic breathing of his mother surrounds him with protection. Curled safely inside the pouch, little Wombo falls peacefully asleep while harsh winds howl far above the burrow. Days slowly pass underground and the tiny infant grows stronger within the warmth of his hidden sanctuary. But danger soon arrives at the entrance of the tunnel. A gigantic lace monitor lizard slithers through the dirt, searching hungrily for helpless newborn Wombo. Its forked tongue flicks through the darkness while sharp claws scrape slowly deeper into the burrow. Completely unaware of the approaching predator, baby Wombo sleeps safely inside the pouch. Then suddenly his mother opens her eyes. Instantly sensing danger, the fearless Wombat turns her armored back toward the narrow tunnel, protecting little Wombo behind her. The giant monitor lunges violently and sinks sharp teeth into the mother's hardened rump, trying desperately to reach the newborn. But the powerful mother drives backward with astonishing force, crushing the predator against the dirt ceiling of the tunnel. The lizard writhes in panic while Wombo remains completely protected inside the pouch. Again and again, the mother pushes upward with brutal strength, refusing to allow any harm near her baby. At last the injured monitor gasps hopelessly before retreating from the burrow, defeated and terrified. Only then does silence return to the underground tunnel while the mother gently checks the pouch to ensure Wombo survived unharmed. Weeks pass beneath the earth and soft brown fur slowly begins covering young Wombo's growing body. One bright morning, curious little Wombo peeks outside the pouch for the very first time. Warm sunlight pours into the burrow entrance while the young Wombat stares in wonder at the world beyond the darkness. Soon Wombo tumbles clumsily out of the pouch and lands softly onto the dirt floor. With shaky legs and nervous determination, the tiny Wombat takes his very first steps beneath the open sky. Grass sways gently through the Australian breeze while the proud mother watches protectively nearby. Playful and innocent, Wombo sniffs plants and explores the wilderness surrounding the burrow entrance. But hidden behind thick bushes nearby, another predator silently watches him. A hungry dingo locks sharp eyes directly onto unaware little Wombo. The predator creeps silently through tall grass, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. suddenly a twig snaps loudly beneath its paw. Both mother and child freeze instantly just as the dingo explodes violently from cover toward terrified Wombat. The tiny wombat sprints desperately across the dirt while snapping jaws close dangerously behind him. With every ounce of strength, Wombo races toward the dark safety of the underground tunnel. At the final second, he dives headfirst into the burrow moments before death can reach him. Instantly, the mother spins around and blocks the entrance completely with her impenetrable armored body. The furious dingo bites viciously at her hardened rump but cannot break through the living shield protecting Wombo. Then with explosive force, the fearless mother unleashes a devastating double hind kick directly into the predator's chest. The massive dingo is launched backward across the dirt and retreats wounded into the distant forest defeated. Safe once more, little Wombo hides deep inside the tunnel while his mother stands guard at the entrance like an unbreakable fortress. Seasons continue passing and Wombo grows into a strong independent juvenile beneath the harsh Australian wilderness. Now larger and more powerful, young Wombo confidently leaves the burrow alone to explore the rugged landscape. Strong claws tear aggressively into the earth while dirt flies everywhere during his relentless digging. Wombo uncovers fresh green roots hidden beneath the soil and chews proudly upon his hard-earned meal. But danger still follows him through the outback. High above the ground, a vicious feral cat crouches silently upon a tree branch with glowing eyes fixed directly onto young Wombo. The predator slowly climbs downward through the trunk while Wombo grazes peacefully below, completely unaware. Then suddenly the giant cat launches violently through the air straight toward him. Sharp claws slam deeply into Wombo's back while the heavy predator pins him brutally against the dirt. The young wombat cries out in shock as deadly fangs search desperately for a weak point upon his thick hide. But brave Wombo refuses to surrender. Surprising strength, he thrashes his muscular body side to side trying to throw the predator away. Dust erupts around them while the furious juvenile rolls violently across the ground, crushing the cat beneath his heavy body. Still, the enraged predator clings tightly onto struggling Wombo. Then thunder erupts from the burrow behind them. Wombo's fearless mother charges forward at full speed and smashes directly into the attacking cat with unstoppable force. The stunned predator flies violently through the air before crashing hopelessly into the dirt. Terrified and defeated, the feral cat scrambles desperately up a nearby tree, escaping the unstoppable fury of the protected mother. Breathing heavily from battle, resilient young Wombo rises slowly and shakes dirt from his fur beside his proud mother. Deep within his eyes, a new survival instinct awakens beneath the endless Australian sky. Time passes relentlessly across the outback until Wombo transforms into a fully grown muscular giant of the underground world. Massive shoulders ripple beneath thick fur while adult Wombo dominates the rugged terrain surrounding his territory. With raw, incredible power, he effortlessly shoves giant rocks aside while expanding enormous tunnel systems beneath the earth. Then suddenly a giant shadow sweeps across the dry grasslands above him. High in the sky, a massive wedge-tailed eagle circles silently with deadly eyes locked onto the powerful wombat below. Without warning, the enormous bird folds its wings and dives downward like a missile directly toward Wombo. Razor-sharp talons slam violently into his broad shoulders while dust explodes across the battlefield.
Get off me!
The gigantic eagle flaps furiously, attempting to lift the heavy wombat from the ground. But adult Wombo anchors himself powerfully against the earth, refusing to move even an inch. His thick hide strains beneath the crushing talons while deep territorial growls rumble from his chest. The battle intensifies beneath swirling dust and beating wings across the golden outback. Then suddenly Wombo unleashes his full strength. Violently twisting his massive body side to side, the muscular survivor throws the giant eagle completely off balance. Feathers explode through the air while the predator loses its grip and crashes helplessly into the dirt. Instead of retreating, fearless Wombo turns immediately toward the fallen bird, ready for another battle.
This is my territory. Keep your talons off me, bird. You're a meal, not a foe. Bird. Impossible! I can't hold on! Try not to miss me too much. No! I had you!
Realizing the wombat cannot be defeated, the battered eagle desperately escapes into the clouds above the Australian wilderness. Victorious and breathing heavily, adult Wombo stands proudly beneath the glowing golden sunlight of the outback. Warm winds sweep through the grass while the mighty survivor surveys the land that shaped him through endless battles and survival. No longer the tiny blind newborn hiding inside a pouch beneath the earth. Wombo now stands as the unstoppable king of the underground, forged through instinct, endurance, courage, and unstoppable strength.